guess we'll start off telling me about EL.
Okay. Well, so I am the instructional coach at Gallatin County Middle School. And last year we kind of went through this where we were looking for what curriculum we were going to be switching to. And as a district, the district decided to go with EL curriculum, which is EL education for English language arts. So actually it's being implemented in grades K through 8.
I guess explain to me what an instructional coach does.
Okay, so as the instructional coach, I work a lot with teachers on curriculum, as this is. So last year we implemented the math curriculum, and we started rolling out and learning about this EL curriculum. So I did a lot of learning and a lot of reading about that. So from kindergarten to 8th grade, they're all getting this EL education. So that's really exciting because we hopefully see this alignment between the grade levels and this good cohesion as students are moving from grade to grade.
So what do you mean by alignment?
As they go from kindergarten to first grade, those skills that they learn in first grade with the EL curriculum, that's building, and we'll see and just be more cohesion between how these kids or how the students are learning this curriculum. Yeah, and there's a lot of different English language arts curriculums out there, and this is the one that Gallatin County has moved to for grades K through 8.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a really cool program because it has, obviously it's going to talk about master of standards, like, standards mastery for ELA curriculum or ELA standards, excuse me. But it also focuses on things like character development, like empathy and just doing the right thing and being kind of a good citizen. But it's also real world applications of reading. So students can engage in these performance tasks at the end of a module where they may design a website or write an ebook or create a museum piece. So they're engaging with these texts that they're reading.
So I guess what are some parts about this that really excite you then, as far as maybe some of the books? Or
Yeah. So we are so excited. So we have 4 novels per grade level. That we've checked out from the public library, which is awesome. So we're so thankful for that because that has made this so possible for our students to have books in hands. I mean, it felt like Christmas when all the books came in. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun.
I've never seen anyone that excited when we would drop those books off to you.
Oh yeah.
It was great. I was like, wow, they're really excited.
And as teachers were coming by and seeing the books, and I was like, they were excited.
Yeah.
So one thing that I love about these books is that the topics is that they are very real world for students. So the books connect to not just things they're learning in their ELA classes, their reading class, but also things that they may talk about in social studies and science. One of the 7th grade topics is on plastic pollution, and they're reading that Trash Vortex book. It talks so much about things that they may cover in their science classes with sustainability and things like that. And then currently 6th grade is reading Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. Which is awesome because it talks about Greek gods, and that's part of our social studies, what students are going to learn in social studies. So it's very cross-curricular, a variety of topics, historical topics, but things that I think students can relate to and can enjoy learning about.
It sounds like you're going from the humanities to the hard sciences through these books, which is
it's a variety of topics for each grade level. There's some informational. There's fiction and nonfiction, but it's a really good mix of books for students.
So are you for all 3 grades?
Yes, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
And all subjects?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
So it's new to me too because I came from science at the high school and ag, and so I knew the science standards very well.
Right.
But now I've branched out, and I was so nervous. I remember last year thinking, oh my gosh, I felt so much pressure to want to know every content standards, but I have really enjoyed getting to know all those standards and working with those teachers and getting to know the EL curriculum and the standards associated with that, and the math curriculum and understanding the math standards. So it's definitely challenged me.
That's a lot you took on.
But yeah, it's definitely a different transition just to...
So jumping back to the books, how did you all pick those books?
So we did not actually pick the books.
Okay.
They are prescribed through the EL curriculum. So each grade level is broken down into 4 modules. And each module follows what we call the task. So what they're trying to accomplish, their topic, their text, and then their standards that they're going to be covering. So for example, the topic in one of the 6th grades is remarkable accomplishments in space science, and they're going to read Hidden Figures. And so the lessons in the curriculum follow those books. So they may read an excerpt from one chapter one day, and they may read, a whole chapter the next day, and they look at, they tie all the English language arts standards into that text. And not only is there a lot of reading involved in the EL curriculum, but there's also a lot of writing. So developing argumentative and narrative writing and informational pieces that students are going to do. And then those performance tasks that are very real world, like the ebook, students designing an ebook or students designing a museum piece. So taking what they learned in that module and creating something authentic and original.
So then obviously, hopefully by the time they're ready to enter their freshman year, they're better writers, probably more critical thinkers.
Yeah.
And prepared for that next step, whatever that is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's always our goal, is that we're trying to prepare students for the next step. And the EL curriculum, I feel like that's part of one of their foundations, is preparing students for career and college and life in general, to be critical thinkers. Yeah.
So what are you most excited about this whole upcoming year?
I think excitement / just overall wanting to see how it rolls out. Like, this is our first year doing it. I'm really excited to see students engage with these texts. I hope that they are as excited to read as I would be. I hope this kind of creates that passion for reading, and that they really engage authentically with these books, and that they want to learn more about these topics. And then that flows into their other classes, because there are so many topics that they'll cover in social studies and science, and that these kind of bleed over into. So I hope it creates kind of excitement and learning for other topics as well.